In Manhattan, Iron Man suggests giving the thief of Midtown one last chance to return it. Janet questions his approach, but Iron Man is serious, mentioning recent battles with aliens. Captain America wonders why the city was targeted instead of a military site, with Thor agreeing that it's confusing. Janet suggests it might be alien logic. Iron Man reveals that Earth's defenses are still recovering from a recent invasion. Iron Man tells the team about fitting Kree stealth tech to some missiles, with Mar-Vell's help. Quicksilver jokes about Iron Man's tardiness for his next meeting, but Iron Man says he's actually late for his next 2 martinis. Then he receives a proximity alarm signaling something big and close, but when he check, he find nothing. Suddenly, there is a big explosion erupts. Thanos, accompanied by the Invisible Woman and the Human Torch, arrives and announces to the people of Earth that the universe is now entering a golden age. He claims that confusion, doubt, and disorder are no more, and there is only one right path, which he names after himself. Elsewhere, the Thing asks Atrea about his missing war. Atrea says she rescued him and brought him to her world, hinting she deserves gratitude. The Thing wants to return to his friends, but Atrea implies they no longer need him, because Thanos intervened after he left, suggesting his friends are beyond help. The Thing insists on being sent back immediately, threatening to break things if he isn't. Atrea suggests that destroying him would be a waste. She then summons an Omni-Chariot, inviting the Thing to join her to see her father's power, implying he doesn't understand the situation. On Earth, the return of a dangerous object is anticipated to cause trouble. Iron Man explains the abilities of Sue and Johnny Storm. Thor asserts his determination to face Thanos. The Invisible Woman challenges the perception of her abilities, emphasizing the effectiveness of force without mass, indicating a change in allegiance due to her master enlightening her. Iron Man apologizes to the Human Torch, noticing his changed behavior, and asks him to stay down to avoid further conflict. The Human Torch acknowledges Iron Man's repulsor field, but finds it intriguing. Thanos recognizes Thor as the Lord of Thunder, but Thor insists that Thanos doesn't belong there and reminds him of their past fights. Thor tells Thanos he's not welcome. Thor charges at Thanos, determined to take him down, but the clever Thanos wields the Cosmic Cube, unleashing a powerful blast that knocks Thor back. The mighty Asgardian hero struggles and collapses onto the ground, his strength no match for the cosmic force. Thanos acknowledges that Thor is still alive. The Asgardian hero gets a big surprise, and turns into something strange. His body changes, he gets covered in tree bark, and roots come out of his arms and legs. Thor becomes a giant tree. Thanos finds the place where Reed Richards was born. He says the creatures there are tough, but there are more important things to deal with. Thanos then defeats the Ultimates using the Cosmic Cube and declares they have a world to build. Thanos says the city is where he rules. He wants it tall, so everyone can see it. He wants people to remember he controls them, whenever they look at it. Thanos commands that the continents reshape to form his symbol, claiming ownership of the Earth. When asked about the seas, the Invisible Woman mentions Namor, a man from an underwater civilization. Thanos dismisses the significance of life in the oceans, considering water chaotic and unfit for life. The Human Torch acknowledges Thanos' power, but Thanos says he's just getting started. He explains that the cube needs to adapt to his commands first. Once it does, he promises to show even more incredible things. Thanos talks about heroism. He says he respects it, but thinks it's even braver to accept fate without fighting it. He wants people to believe that following him brings safety, but going against him will lead to suffering. Thanos wants everyone to accept his rule without question. Thanos tells Ronan the Accuser that he can command the troops, and expects him to use them effectively. In deep space, Atrea asks the Thing if he's enjoying the view. The Thing, still thinking, questions if Thanos is her father, and if he's responsible for her arm's condition. Atrea explains that Thanos wanted his children to be warriors, and her arm injury came from asking too many questions. The Thing reflects on someone else's father, and asks if they're almost finished. Atrea confirms they are nearly done. Atrea tells Thing about Sidrus, a planet where people lived, but Atrea's father, Thanos, froze the planet using a powerful cube, after the Sidrians disobeyed him. The frozen atmosphere now keeps the Sidrians frozen forever. Atrea explains to Thing that her father, Thanos, has died many times to keep his empire going. He wants to make life very controlled and perfect. With the cube, he thinks he can finally do it. Atrea also tells Thing she saved his life, so now she thinks she owns it. Thing says that nobody controls it, and explains that it doesn't work that way. Atrea disagrees and grabs Thing's throat, saying that she saved him from death, and now he must love her or face consequences. Atrea gets mad and knocks down Thing. Thing tries to calm down her, by saying Atrea's like her father, Thanos, which makes her even madder. Atrea says she's nothing like Thanos, and questions Thing's importance. She thinks about the bad date, and admits she's got problems. But even though she's angry, Atrea offers to take Thing home, showing a bit of kindness. Atrea and the Thing travel through space in their Omni-Chariot vehicle to reach the planet Acheron. When they get there, Atrea acknowledges the impressive effort in battling Thanos' army, but confirms the inevitable loss. They find Reed Richards, who is also known as Mr. Fantastic, lying unconscious. He looks badly hurt, like he's been in a big fight and might not be alive. Thing expresses concern about Reed's condition, questioning if he's dead, and hoping Atrea can determine his fate. Atrea kneels beside Reed Richards and looks closely at his face. She wonders if this is truly Reed. Atrea apologizes to Benjamin, admitting she can't confirm Reed's fate, because the person they're seeing isn't him.